Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and we are trying to cross $1.6 trillion. I think we're about to touch it in the market overall, and you've got Bitcoin that is on the move today, pretty good, over 52,000 now. Now I'm going to have to hit the button because I'm about to show you another prediction by Bitcoin Maxi. We have a prediction incoming, so I felt like I needed to warn you. There are many out there who do not like the word prediction ever being mentioned, and so I must warn you on this channel. Crypto bull Mike Novogratz dramatically increases Bitcoin price forecast. Ooh, he's predicting a price now. I might have to hit it. Okay. So let's see what he had to say. He was on let's see what he was on. He was on Bloomberg. We started seeing one group of investors after another. It was corporates with Square and MicroStrategy and Tesla. It was insurance companies with MassMutual and others. It's high net worth individuals. It's ETFs, exchange traded funds. All of a sudden, we went from a world where buying Bitcoin was kind of a fringy and risky to not having it being risky, right, to not having this part of your portfolio in the world of central banks printing money. Our business at Galaxy is booming. We can't hire salesmen fast enough to cover all the institutional accounts that want to either understand it or participate. It feels like we're going to consolidate a little bit here in this $50,000 area, caught between 42,000 to 60,000. But then the next big leg is up to 100,000, and that wouldn't surprise me at all if we crack 100 by the end of the year. He goes on, you know, it surprises me. I'm saying that you know where I was in November, but the adoption I'm seeing is shocking. And it's not like I'm just guessing. I'm looking behind me, in front of me, seeing all these new products that are coming, banks that are going to issue products for their wealth management businesses. Every bank in America is working on a wealth management product. So we're going to get into the baby boomers sooner than I thought we would. Well, look, like I say all the time, I agree with him because they have had such a tremendous marketing program for Bitcoin, which is all that it is, because it's dinosaur technology and Mike Novogratz knows it. This is what's going to bring them in the door. It's what is bringing them in the door because they have the ultimate marketing campaign going on. I just believe that at some point, all of these people, sophisticated people, actually, I don't believe that at some point they're going to realize. I believe they already realize. I believe that they right now are showing retail, hey, look at us, we're investing in Bitcoin. I believe they're already investing in the digital assets they all know are the ones with real utility. And they know, trust you me, they know it is not Bitcoin and never was. Now, I wanted to show you this from DJ Peter Voss. Hello, 28 trillion. The United States is now $28 trillion in debt that it will never pay off. I repeat that it will never pay off. Okay? Now, this is the second video in 2 days that we have seen about inflation. Okay? Larry Summers was yesterday. Listen to this guy on CNBC right here.
And that could quickly turn into some pretty big price gains when demand comes back and nobody's ready for it. So is that possible that an inflation switch can just be switched on, or will we have plenty of advance warning?
No, I think that this has been building for a while. So if you look at it, I think that we're at the opposite moment of the early 1980s. At the early 1980s, when we were so convinced that inflation was here to stay, once disinflation set in, it set in very quickly, and you got a very rapid decline in interest rates in the early 1980s. I think that something opposite could happen here over the next year or two, which is that you have an uptick in inflation and a much more pronounced increase, especially in long-term interest rates, than what people are anticipating. The issue with forecasters, and particularly with economists, is we all tend to think in incremental terms, so the inflation forecast or growth forecast, everything tends to be very incremental, that, okay, it'll move from 1.9 to 2.1, that kind of stuff. But my point is that we could be at that major turning point here where the jump could be far greater and far more discontinuous, because we are really looking at a very big economic boom, I think, later this year. And there's a limit to how much the economy's supply side potential can even tolerate a big.
All right, so there you have it. They are warning. Now, Mark Cuban was in a little Twitter spat with Peter Schiff this morning, and I kind of weighed in myself. Peter had tweeted this out. He said, "Congratulations to those who bought Bitcoin early, pumped up the price, and who've been dumping into the hype. You succeeded in getting Wall Street to buy into the mania. When I first learned about Bitcoin, I didn't think smart investors would be dumb enough to buy. I was wrong." Now Mark Cuban retweets it and says, "Let me help you, Peter. Gold is hyped as much as crypto. Do we really need gold jewelry? Gold can make you a ring. Bitcoin, Ethereum are technologies that can make you a bank or allow friction-free exchange of value and are extensible into an unlimited range of biz and personal applications." And then I'm going to skip what I said, and then I'll read the rest of his. What we are seeing built with crypto today is just a proof of concept. I think he just said Bitcoin's a proof of concept, folks. As tech continues to get better, cheaper, faster, make no mistake, what I just read to you, Mark Cuban is investing in the other things right now while he's talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, because he knows that proof of work does not work. He knows it. As tech continues to get better, cheaper, faster, there will be new applications and maybe even something that supersedes what we know as crypto today, but gold won't ever change, which is why it will die as a store of value. Don't forget, gold was a store of value built on technology, from picks and shovels to mining operations that keep trying to improve. Whoever could use the tech of the day to find and mine the most efficiently was the most rewarded, much like crypto is today. Gold is dead, Peter. Move on. Mark, a lot of your athletes wear gold jewelry. Ask them why. Gold has many uses outside of jewelry that contribute to its value as a metal. It's not hyped at all. Gold is money. Bitcoin is 100% hype. It's nothing. Blockchain is a technology, but it's better applied to gold. I kind of agree with both of them here. Crypto is going to be a thing, but it's not proof of work. It's not proof of work Ethereum, and it's not Bitcoin. That's not what's going to change the financial game. It's going to last as long as the marketing program lasts. That's how long Bitcoin and Ethereum proof of work are going to last. Now, when Ethereum goes over to 2.0, that's a different story, okay? Bitcoin, the marketing program may continue on, but Bitcoin is going to be dwarfed at some point by digital assets with real utility. Write it down. Okay, but here's what I told them. I agree on both. I like gold and silver and crypto, but it's not Bitcoin. It's caveman tech. I'm telling you, they all know that Bitcoin is caveman tech. They're just not telling you right now because it doesn't go along with the marketing program. Listen to what is said, and this is an older video. This is from XRP Yo-Yo. Listen to this.
Now they can transact business, and if they can transact business, they help even the greedy bastards who are, abusing them, because
I think they absolutely want much better digital currencies.
And you can't give 7 billion people Bitcoin accounts because it's going to...
Did you hear what she said? You can't give 7 billion people Bitcoin accounts. Where does that number come from? Well, here's a quote. This is from Arthur Brito, one of the creators of the XRP ledger. And XRP Yo-Yo put it out. I quoted Ripple Labs co-founder Arthur Brito, who wrote, "XRP must be scalable to accommodate 7.5 billion people." In other words, they designed it from the very beginning to accommodate those people. Bitcoin is nothing but a freaking prototype, folks.
It's just too slow. But they can use crypto. Well, not a distributed ledger that's global. That will not work. And it's because of the whole nature of the concept of Bitcoin, which is like gold, which is a thing that you have to mine, and you have to track it from point to point to point. And supposedly you have to keep track of it. And all these computers, it already takes as much computing power to do one transaction or it takes as much electricity as a household uses in a day, and this is for a very small portion of the money supply. But I would say that the whole cryptography idea is great, and what has come off of blockchain is great. But the first generation of this model is not going to work. The banks themselves are not looking at blockchain. You just said it,
first generation.
Satoshi Nakamoto never used the term blockchain, so it's not really clear what a blockchain is. But they looked at blockchain at first, meaning a distributed ledger that was global, and they decided that it was too slow. And so now what they're using is something they're using Ripple, which is a series of blockchains or a series of ledgers, which is what banks do anyway. They clear ledgers within their own bank, and then at the next level they clear them at the level of the Federal Reserve, and at the next level they clear them through the SWIFT system. So this cryptography that they're looking at and using and liking is very efficient. It's good for everybody. It's cheaper. You don't have to have all these middlemen. But it is not literally a universal distributed ledger, which actually won't work.
Ooh, she just told him right there. Okay, Gator Trader sent me this. This is I was going to expound on this. I just wanted to let you hear a little bit of what Kevin O'Leary, I told you yesterday, I think, that Kevin O'Leary had done an about face on Bitcoin. Just reading between the lines, what he's done an about face on is that he sees that regulators are going to let Bitcoin through the door. Okay? Now, what I believe is the plan all along has been for Bitcoin to be this shiny thing. Look over here. They run the price up to a certain place, all these billionaires and all these people, and at some point, somebody's getting screwed. And it's not going to be them. And I believe that by the time that happens, the big money is going to be in the digital assets with real utility, not Bitcoin.
When facts change, I change. And the reason that I had never participated in crypto was that I'm in a highly regulated business. I have many investments, including my chairmanship of O shares. As you know, we issue under securities laws, and so many other investments I have in fintech. And I don't play in places where the regulator hasn't decided what they're going to do. And what changed my mind, and I was very specific on it, was I'm in the ETF business. And when I saw that the Canadian regulator and the Swiss regulator and many other regulators, that this has happened just in the last 60 days, have opened up to allow a ETF that holds one asset, Bitcoin. Now that's a game changer. There's no question about it. That allows institutions and individuals alike to allocate. And that's number one on the hit parade that really moved me, because I have actually...
So anyway, he's seeing that they're putting all this money, it's all Bitcoin, but that's for now. Right now, and I believe it's part of the plan. Part of the marketing plan is only allow Bitcoin at first. They're gonna ride this thing to where they want to ride it, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see what's really going on. Then the veil's really gonna be pulled back. Now, I want to make another point. XRP Diamonds to the Sky sent me this video. It's not. I've never said it's only XRP. Somebody accused me of being an XRP maximalist. No, I'm a utility maximalist. I own Algorand. Listen to what this is the guy who's going to be the SEC chairman is saying about. Here's what I believe. I believe that what Ripple's been working on for the last 8 years is the most important thing that's gone on. But I do believe that there's going to be some winners that crop up that have utility and that have the right connections, the right backers, the right everything. Everything that Bitcoin does not have, okay? Listen.
Bitcoin right now is about 550,000 blocks, and the blocks are added on average every 10 minutes. And we'll talk about why it's every 10 minutes, and not only why Satoshi Nakamoto made it every 10 minutes, but how they maintain that. Other blockchains, like Ethereum, it's about every 7 seconds. So don't get too caught up that it's all the same. And there's some technologists here, Silvio Micali is working on Algorand, and that's even tighter, less than 7 seconds.
So
Bitcoin
Algorand's
right now is
one of them
about
that I own. It's on Coinbase, and it pays you like 6 to 8% depending on where you keep it. So yeah, I mean, this is one of the ones I like. But Gary Gensler, who is going to be your SEC chairman, he knows it. He knows that it's not Bitcoin. These guys know it. XRP Crypto Wolf, the SOC audit is an independent seal of approval for Ripple's process and its security posture. Banks and large payment providers are often require SOC certification as a condition of the bank using a given SaaS product. Now, I saw this logo of this SOC and I was like, well, I've seen that before. I saw it this morning when I was telling you that Curve is the custody solution for iTrustCapital. That they have the same designation. These are the same guys that were just bought by PayPal. So you can see this designation means something. Okay, RizXRP sent me this. I found this interesting right here. IMF's well, I can't remember her name. The lady that runs the IMF says she got a green light from the G20 last week to work on $500 billion in SDR creation. What in the world could that be about? Okay, finally, I wanted to show you. Now remember, this link is at the top of the description of my videos for the next few weeks anyway. Premium domains, they've gone on sale on Unstoppable Domains. And look at the ones that have sold. Racket.crypto, Bouldering.crypto. Some of these get pretty expensive too. Some of them must be like really good names. But as you go down, let's go down to the bottom. This is where it gets interesting. They're selling Gambling.crypto, $100,000. It hasn't sold yet. Baseball.crypto, Win.crypto. Well, I'm going to see what the most expensive. Sport.crypto is $50,000. The most expensive ones that have sold yet is Tennis.crypto at $9,998, Fit.crypto at $9,998. They also sold snowboarding for the same amount. They sold horse racing for the same amount, but they've got all these other ones in here. Cycling, Greg Kidd must have bought Cycling.crypto for $5,000. He's a cycler. Okay, Golfer.crypto, that seems to be maybe a good price. GambleOnline.crypto, that'd be a good one, $1,000. Anyway, this week their theme is sports. Next week it'll be something else. They're doing this for the whole month of March. So if you haven't gone and signed up for an account, go check it out. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Unstoppable Domains has these .crypto premium domains for sale, and it's only for this month, is my understanding. Thanks for listening.